I am delighted to introduce you to the Peony Collection from our friends at Crafter's Companion. These are all sorts of goodies. We have cutting dies, we have stamps and cutting dies, we have cut and embossing folders, so just so many things. I invite you to come play with us. Now, all of those goodies I just showed you all coordinate with this paper pack. This is the Peony Collection. Again, Crafter's Companion is the designer of all of these. There is a product video, so if you go to paperwishes.com and in the search engine put Peony Collection, you'll see the papers, and then I'll walk you through every single sheet. But basically, you're going to get 3 sheets of 12 designs, so that's 36 sheets, and you're also going to get some die cuts that are already die cut. As a matter of fact, there are 100 of them, and the papers are beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous. Am I piquing your interest? Yes. Okay, well, I'm not going to go through all of them, but that's a lot of them. So absolutely beautiful, double-sided. Now, let me show you the first project that Heidi did. And in this project, she's using the papers. Well, everything is using the papers, but she's also using this cut and embossing folder. And so it's going to die cut out this opening as well as embossing the outside. So absolutely beautiful. And Heidi has done this on the dot paper, and then it's evacuated this center spot. Then she's hit it with a gold ink pad. Just really pretty. I think this is from the Cat's Eye Basics. So just touching that, the top of it. And then on the inside, she lined another paper and used one of the die cuts out of the paper pack. Now, Heidi loves dazzles, so she really just had to add those heart dazzles to give a bit of a glimmer. And the ribbon for this comes from our crepe ribbon set. So you can see that these are 3/4 of an inch wide crepe ribbons in lots and lots of colors. And what I love about this is how beautiful it is, how easy it is. But look at the back of this paper just to see how deep that embossing folder manages to press into the paper. Just absolutely stunning. So I'm sure you can use that with lots of things. So that's our first project. Now, Heidi has also done more, bless her heart, and this one is using that same embossing folder, but more. Now, on the outside, she's used 2 of those stamps that also have cutting dies with them, so they're packaged together. This is the corner bloom, and you can kind of see it there. And then there's also a floral spray, and then she's layered that behind the corner bloom, as you can see. Again, she's used one of the cutouts from the paper, and then on the inside, she's done another paper, but she's used the trellis frame. Now, this is what this looks like. Isn't that pretty? So it gives you that trellis pattern and then this lovely outside edge. So really pretty. Now, this is something that you can cut a paper out of and not have, well, you can cut the trellis, this is what I'm trying to say. You can cut the trellis like this with this outside piece because it's a separate piece, or you can just cut the trellis out of any paper and not have an edge to it. So I hope that makes sense. And then she's also used that flower again to go right here. Now, you'll notice that Heidi has done something different with her flowers. In fact, she does it on all the flowers on these projects, and that she doesn't color them in. We'll get a little bit closer so you can see. This is, she has used the red Cat's Eye Q, so it's this, and chosen any of the reds she wanted. They also go into orange, and tap that over her stamp. And then she's gone back in with the yellow-green set and just tapped that over the things that she wanted green and simply stamped and then did her die cutting. So that just adds, what I like about it, it's such a different look. pretty simple to do too, but it also reinforces all of this white that we're seeing. So really, really nice. You know, something else I just noticed about this trellis is that there is another die that will cut out the center area. You see that line? Well, that allows you to do the trellis separately from the outside frame. Well, that's nice too. And again, here's one of the die cuts from the paper pack. So really nice. Now, in these enamel dots that Heidi has used, these are from the Goes With Anything enamel dots. The other thing I wanted to point out is, as beautiful as these are, Heidi really wanted to kind of take a jump on Christmas. So you'll notice that this cutting die, or this die cut, says Happy Holidays, and on the inside just wishing you happiness and joy that never ends. So she really wanted to turn it into a Christmas card, and wow, it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Okay, we're going to move on to more of the goodies from Crafter's Companion, and here is this card. Now, isn't that a striking different look from the other ones that I just showed you? And this is using something that's also different. This is also a stamp and with cutting die, but the cutting dies are separate so that you can do something like this. You can take the cutting die and put it on one side, or you can put it on both sides. You can also decide how wide the border, if you want it at all wide, you can decide how wide it's going to be. Now, in this case, Heidi took one of our cards and she cut it down to be 9 3/4 inches wide, 4 1/8 inches tall. And then she covered it with the black cardstock, as you can see, and she did the really pretty papers on the inside. This is that trellis that we just talked about without the center area. Isn't that pretty? And then on the front, that being black, you can see that she just cut the edge, just as it's done right here, and stamped it with white and white embossing powder. So really stunning. Don't you think that's such a different look? I love it. And again, pretty easy to do, so that's nice. Now, those of you who love to color, these products are perfect for you. But if you'd like to get the beautiful look without the labor of coloring, you can do that too. So that's really nice to know. The other thing that Heidi has done, and we've got to get really close to see this, Houston. Thank you. There's one of the die cuts, but you see these are thin line dazzles right around that label, just to give it a bit of extra punch. And you're getting a nice close look at the Goes With Anything enamel dots. They do have a glitter in them. So really, really nice. Isn't that nice? I really like it. I like when we see different things. Now, I've got more. Are you ready for more? Okay, here is our regular 5 by 6.5 inch card, but something different. Well, a couple of different things. Heidi has covered it with the peony paper, and she's lined the inside, but then she die cut out that trellis, as you can see, out of the outside, and allowed just the frame to be on the inside. I think that's just a great look. And again, she's got one of the die cuts, and we've got to go closer to see the thin line dazzles. Just what a beautiful finish those very narrow thin line dazzles do. And they come in a collection of colors, so that's really nice. We'll back up again and let you see this peeking through our card. Now, Heidi has taken these are called layered peonies. This is dies and stamps. You can see 3 sizes along with the, actually there's a 4th one, and also with the leaves. And she has, again, used those cat's eye cues and simply stamped the, inked the stamp with red or green and die cut it. And then she did some shaping of just pressing against a mouse pad to get those curved shapes. Just really, really nice. So there's quite a few things going on this card. Now I've got one more, and this time she used, of course, the peony papers and the same treatment on those flowers, but this time she used that very first die cut and embossing folder. So let me show you. There you go. I can really feel it. So it just adds a bit more texture. Relax and have a great day. Same technique on her flowers. And then the opening, she elected to put more of the peony flowers and then another die cut. Actually, there's two of them there, just layered, so you can see. So a beautiful, beautiful look with, okay, let's recap. We've got the papers, we have the larger flowers and cutting dies, we have that trellis cutting die, we have the embossing folder that cuts and embosses, so we'll tuck that there. And then we have 3 flowers that have stamps and cutting die combinations. My goodness, there's a lot of beautifulness right here, all from Crafter's Companion. And thank you, Heidi, for doing such a wonderful job. Now, everything that we've used is down below. You can see all of that. And there will be a money saver. So if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, be sure to go to paperwishes.com, click on the Webisodes, and check out that money saver, because that will give you a little extra bonus with this lovely collection. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next Sunday.